Lord's is considered to be the mecca of cricket. Every player dreams of playing at this historic venue. It makes it all the more special if the player debuts at Lord's and then goes on to score a century. History has shown only 6 batsmen to score a century at Lord's. Number 1, Devon Conway, 200. New Zealand vs England, June 2021. Devon Conway scripted history when he broke the 25-year-old record of Sourav Ganguly, becoming the highest scorer on Test debut at Lord's. Devon Conway opened the innings for New Zealand along with Tom Latham and went on to make 200 on his Test debut. During his innings, he struck 22 fours and 1 6. He was the last batsman to be out when he was unfortunately run out with the New Zealand score at 378. Number 2, Sourav Ganguly, 131. India vs England, June 1996. Sourav Ganguly remains as the only Asian batsman to score a debut Test century at Lord's. Accidentally in the same match, Indian wall Rahul Dravid too made his debut. However, he fell short of his debut 100 by just 5 runs. This was the second Test of 1996 tour of England. England batted first and scored 344, courtesy 124 from wicketkeeper Jack Russell. Sourav Ganguly walked into bat at number 3 with the Indian scoreboard at 25 for 1. In his 301 ball innings, Sourav Ganguly struck 20 fours en route to 131. Indians finished their first innings at 429 runs. The match ended in a draw.
Shot.
Oh, lovely shot. 50 in his first Test match innings.
Well, what a shot to reach his 50. Easily the shot of the morning so far. A nod of the head there. He knows it.
Good shot for 4.
That's through the gap. Beautifully played. Just short enough.
Good crisp shot, and that finds the gap. Wonderful. What a wonderful way to bring up your century. A brilliant innings. He's played wonderfully well. Great stroke. Great hit. Beautifully played.
Number 3, Matt Pryor, 126 not out, England vs West Indies, May 2007. This was the first Test of 2007 West Indies tour of England. This match witnessed as many as 5 centuries, all from England. England batted first and scored 553 for 5 before they declared. Alistair Cook, Paul Collingwood and Ian Bell scored centuries. English wicketkeeper Matt Pryor walked into bat at number 7 with the scoreboard at 363 for 5. In partnership with Ian Bell, Matt Pryor scored an unbeaten 126 runs off just 128 balls, which included 19 fours, and batted for only 2.5 hours. The match, however, ended in a draw. Number 4, Andrew Strauss, 112. England vs New Zealand, May 2004. This was the first Test of 2004 New Zealand tour of England. The Kiwis batted first and scored 386 runs in their first innings. Andrew Strauss opened the innings for England with skipper Marcus Trescothick. Strauss had a 190-run first wicket partnership before Trescothick was dismissed on 86. Strauss went on to score his maiden Test century on debut and was dismissed on 112. Strauss struck 13 fours in his innings. England finished the first innings at 441. Strauss scored 83 in the second innings, helping England to win the match by 7 wickets. He was adjudged the man of the match. Number 5, John Hampshire, 107. England vs West Indies, June 1969. This happened on second Test of 1969 West Indies tour of England. West Indies batted first and scored 380. England were in dire straits, reeling at 37 for 4 when debutant John Hampshire walked into bat. 28-year-old Hampshire steadied the England innings, first with Alan Knott and then with captain Ray Illingworth. He scored a 258 ball 107 which included 15 fours. England finished their first innings at 344. The match ended in a draw. Number 6. Harry Graham 107. Australia vs England, July 1893. This happened in the first test of 1893 Australia tour of England. England batted first and scored 334. Debutant Harry Graham walked onto the pitch when the scoreboard read 75 for 5. In partnership with Sid Gregory, Harry Graham scored 107 after spending just 140 minutes in the pitch, which included 12 fours. Australia finished at 269. The match ended in a draw. Hope you liked this episode from Cricket Stats. Please subscribe to the channel for more informative videos on cricket.